Would you rather have Professor Xavier as a mentor or Tony Stark as a mentor?
Whoa.
Hey, what's up, you guys? We are in another episode of the Geek Spot with my dear friend here, our young technical genius, well, smart entrepreneur who's also a major geek. Yeah,
A creative.
creative graphic designer who's also a geek. Okay, look, that's how we should start it. Yes. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of the Geek Spot with our nice, creative, creative, entrepreneurial, but also full-on geek. Our dear
Okay.
friend Thato, aka Monks Empyrean, aka what other AKAs do you have?
Into the designer, that's my Instagram name.
Oh yeah, A to the designer. There you go. There you go. That's the one. How are you?
I'm well. I'm good.
Yes, we're gonna pretend that this is a perfectly normal shoot. Nothing happened in the past that cancelled whatever footage we had. This is how it was meant to be. The beauty of
Yeah.
YouTube means everything that is was always meant to be. There's no reshoots.
There's never like this is the first time.
Yes. This is in fact, this is the first time meeting you. Yeah, hi. How are you?
I'm okay with you. I'm well, man.
Anyway, as expected, let's go into a little bit of an icebreaker game. We are going to play. I never. I think the last time. What did you play the last time? Oh wait, the in the parallel universe.
The other titles.
Yes, the other turtles. They played this game, Bang Mary Kill. I think with you, let's play Would You Rather, Marvel Edition. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So question one: Would you rather have Professor Xavier as a mentor or Tony Stark as a mentor?
Whoa, that is such. I was not expecting that, right?
Wow.
Whoa. Because here's the thing. I love Tony Stark like to bits, like
Hmm.
everything, right? However, I always wanted my own school, like Professor X.
Hey.
So I'm gonna choose Professor X. I think, yeah. I think Professor X because I feel like he's someone who can build a community. I don't see Tony Stark doing that. But I don't know, man. Yeah, but Professor X, for the sake of choosing.
All right, all right. Okay, the next question I should ask, okay? Okay, would you rather have the symbiote like Venom or the symbiote like Carnage?
Carnage is the one who is like super angry, right? It's like Venom is also angry. I know, but like Carnage is like 10 times more. Um, yeah, no Venom.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
at least Venom has humor somehow.
Funny enough, in the comics, Venom's fusion is look, Venom is more like a parasite, where Carnage is more like molecular, it's deep inside you, you know what I mean?
Is it?
That's
Okay.
that's why if you were in the original cartoons and stuff, Venom used to refer himself in the plural. It was always we are Venom. It was never I am Venom.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it was
Um,
always yeah, but Carnage is always me. It's I'm Carnage. That's how closely fused they are.
yeah. No, I get that. I get that.
Okay. All right then. Would you rather fight the She-Hulk or the Hulk? Ah, there's only one question to that. That's just cold.
Feminists might as well come get me for this one. Come on.
The
all the
what?
feminists, all the feminists can come get me for this one. I rather fight She-Hulk. I
Yo,
mean,
well, you
I
know what?
mean,
Every time you say something controversial, the last in the parallel universe, You said someone. You said something about a certain person from Wakanda.
Yeah, I know. But like, I'm just saying, like honestly, who would choose Hulk? Like,
But
hon-
but She-Hulk's also a menace, bro.
true. Don't get me
But
wrong. I mean, like, even if you choose like the Hulk Buster or
yes.
Hulk,
Mhm.
who would you choose? A Hulk Buster. Like, it's just like everyone knows. Like, if you're really a Marvel fan, everyone knows that the Hulk is like one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel universe. Like, everyone knows that. Like, you know. So yeah, no, She Hulk. Let's square up. Let's go.
All right then. Then the last one is a bit. The last one is a bit friendly. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is it friendly? Because it doesn't seem like it now that I think about it.
Say it. Don't be afraid.
Okay. Who would you spend time counseling?
All right.
Uh, the Phoenix or Wanda from WandaVision? The Scarlet Witch
Yeah. Which Phoenix from the recent X-Men?
from the OG X-Men. That Phoenix, the one who.
Okay, cool. Um, man. Ish, this is a tough one. Phoenix, maybe? I,
It's like, what type of crazy do we can we handle? We've got crazy enough. We've got. Whew,
like someone, I mean, they both live by love, right? At the end of the day. It's
but
like,
who did you counsel?
it is quite a tough one. He, here's my thing with WandaVision, right? I feel like she has, her reason is too good because she loves the kids so much and her family and everything that it will get to a point where you be in a dead end where you can't help it anymore, you know? And I feel like even though I don't know how I'm gonna counsel Phoenix, I feel like there is a way somehow to help her. There's like a road, there's like some opening that I can like,
Like Phoenix, honey, you need a hug. You need counsel.
I can't get this hard, Like if you wanna burn me, cool, like burn me. At least I did my job.
As for Wanda, there's no saving that level of crazy. It's your kids that
It's,
never existed in the first place. That's people.
well, like even though like she's somehow connected to her other universes, it's also like, well, the love is so real, and it's like, do you blame her?
I,
Again,
I still kind of do, but still, like your brother is the one who's actually dead, but you care more about these kids that never existed than your own twin brother, your twin brother. No, no, how?
hey man,
Like, he's dead, Shim. It's okay.
I'm
Eh,
Phoenix.
Anyway, let's get round to it. That's a nice way of exposing how much of a geek we both are.
Yeah,
Yes. All right. Let's see. Where was I? What was the thing? Oh, yes, yes, yes. The first question. Yeah. Like I called you, Mr. Mox Empyrean. It's the Great Movement, correct?
yes sir. It's the movement.
Tell us about the movement that is Mox Empyrean.
Yeah. Okay, so a lot of people usually ask me like, what does monks mean? And monks not necessarily doesn't have like a whole meaning. It's just the word, right? However, the monks, which is the word attached to the second name, Empyrean, is the movement. So Empyrean technically means humanity's will and God's will coming together. So the whole idea of humanity's will and God's will coming together is literally taking the humanity's creation and the new tech and everything versus God's will and the divine will and the way of life coming together and creating this mutual understanding between the two realms. How I like to also explain it sometimes is bringing the physical world and the spiritual world, sorry, the spiritual world and the physical world together. Hence why the humanity's will and God's will coming together, and that's the end period, so to speak. And yeah, that's the movement. It starts. It's known for being a clothing brand, but it's more than just a clothing brand. It's a movement. People engage with the brand on the basis of understanding where it's from and where it's going, and who are the creators that are in it, and who are creators around it who are helping this movement to grow.
Mm.
Yeah,
I like it because I think, even though it's like you said, it's a clothing brand, but people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. I think, what did I call it's Simon something, Simon Sinek. There you go.
yeah, yeah.
I know some down in the comics, someone is gonna angry type. Oh my God, you just quoted Simon Sinek and you didn't even know his name. I don't know anyone's name. Just accept the fact that as soon as the cameras go on, I go blank. I'm a blank canvas. I know people. I know words. I'll remember the names in post. If you're lucky, you'll find a sticker somewhere in the video says that's this person's name.
Yeah, and but I know what you mean. I know the saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I like the fact, but in essence, you started your own clothing brand, correct?
so yes,
And you, if I'm correct, you are a graphics designer by training, or is it studying, correct?
I actually studied advertising, communications, in other sorry, in other
Bless
words.
you.
Um, but I always view myself as a graphic designer, even before studying graphic design or advertising, whatever the case is. Um, but in a nutshell, or in the umbrella terms, I'm a designer. Then underneath that, graphic design comes into place. Some people would say I'm a fashion designer because of the clothing brand. I've worked with certain interior designers, which I would also associate myself as an interior designer, even though I didn't study it. And I did this because that's a whole different conversation of what studying really is. But yeah, I'm a designer at heart. On paper, I'm a graphic designer, and yeah, and I run a clothing brand, which people would label me as a fashion designer if I have a clothing brand under my belt.
I,
So yeah,
all I want to just, or rather, what I'm noticing is that you do not let a title define your creativity. You do what you need to do to create what's inside you. So that's why you took the moniker designer. It's not necessarily fixed on what point of design.
yeah, for sure. And
Mm,
also, if you really like, I don't know how many designers are gonna relate to this when they watch this, but if you're a designer, most of your ideas they don't come from. Let's say you're a graphic designer. Most of your ideas don't come from other graphic designers. They
mm,
come from other designers. They come from architecture, they come from fashion, they come from character design, they come from
mm,
music sometimes, and you incorporate those elements into your work and you create whatever you want to create to kind of show, what you want to show. There's a book called Still Like an Artist, right? And I forgot who wrote that, but basically, even though it says Still Like an Artist, it describes how the design world actually works
mm,
and how the designs are actually so-called flavored designs and actual convenient designs. And
mm,
flavored designs are like more um, like your Louis Vuittons, your Chanel's, your Christian Dior's, because they're not necessarily convenient. It's just like they look good type of design. That's why they call
mm,
it flavored, right? Then you go to convenient designs, which are more like engineered, more thoughtful, because they want to design something that was going to be convenient to a normal human being on an everyday basis, And I'm more focused to that kind of design. That's why when people say I'm a fashion designer, I usually kind of slightly reject that label because it's not my kind of design. I'm not against that kind of design. I see a lot of people doing great stuff with
Mm.
that kind of industry, but I'm more passionate about creating stuff that are more meaningful, creating stuff that are more going to push the narrative and help society to progress in the future. You know,
Hmm.
yeah.
So I just wanted to ask, and you know what, like this is your moment to flex. I mean, what are the things that you've accomplished over over the years with with your designing endeavors? I remember you once explained to me that you were contracted to work with one of these companies, correct?
Yeah. I worked with I worked with Kit Kat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did like waffle cones.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the cereal side, the small waffle cone. So I kind of designed the packaging for that. They're reinventing their product, so I designed the package for that. I worked with a political organization that is led by Musimar Mani. I don't want to mention the political organization just yet. Just
but
political.
but you just
No. I can mention the person name, but not the company, not the organization. I mean. But I worked. It was led by Musi Mamani. And no, it's not the DA. If anyone's gonna
No,
question.
everybody who knows the news already knows the answer. So don't worry, you've said enough.
Anyway, move on. I've worked with man. So it's Kit Kat. Worked with Chris organization. I worked with Anati. He is a musician slash producer, rapper, singer. He actually is one of the artists. For those who don't know him, he's one of the artists who actually won awards for the hip hop awards. He worked with Beyonce, I think,
Nice.
for the song Brown Skin Girls. I've been around certain people within the entertainment industry. I've designed billboards for companies that were placed in national roads, so everyone who goes through those roads from different provinces can see that work. I've worked with Vodacom once, so it's quite a number of things. But I think my biggest moment of success, really getting reward, not because of the rewards, but because the moments where I worked with this company, they actually allowed me to do what I wanted to do because they believed in my vision. Um, and yeah,
Which company was this?
it was Hotel Volatile.
There you go. Okay, I wanted to ask, what got you started on this design path?
It was certain moments in my life, certain things like to speak about, like let me speak about one of the people who inspired me, right? Steve Jobs was one of the people I actually worked with. One of the people that actually who inspired me to a certain level. Um, and when I saw what he did and how very precise what he wanted and believed in, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't see someone who did tech, but I saw someone who was very focused on, again, going to the design convenience thing, you know. Um, if you think about it, right, Steve Jobs actually was not a tech guru or anything like that. As a matter of fact, he was a typographer.
Mm.
Someone so called back in the day, that was like graphic design work, right? So when he moved into that direction, he took the design elements that he learned from typography and implemented into tech. And that's why he came up with the iPod. That's why he came up with the iPhone. The Macintosh project was such a bridging project for Apple because he didn't create a computer that people can just type in letters in and send it, but he created a product that people can engage with the product in ways that no one really could before, you know? And that's what design really is. When you think about it, it's convenience. It's creating
Mm.
convenience for an everyday human being. So when I learned about Steve Jobs, when I learned about Steve Jobs, when I saw the movie with Ashton Kutcher, man, how can I forget this movie? But that movie, when I saw it, I started looking at design from a different perspective, you know, and from looking at nice design things, now I'm looking at convenient design stuff, you know, and now I'm instead of me being a designer going to design shows, I actually go to engineering and scientific shows, and I think that's also why I got into the geek world in a way, because now I'm learning about like time travel, space, you know, and how to implement design into these type of side of the world, you know, and
Mm.
yeah, got into me. And other movies I can mention a lot, you know,
Mm.
I was definitely someone who
Oh, that's a good movie. Personally, oh, I never asked you which one was your favorite Iron Man armor again? Was it the nanotech one?
no, from Iron Man 2, that was my favorite one. The one with the, I think he could like fly, like there's a part where he was like falling from the sky, and like the armor was like flying towards his body. I think it was Iron Man 2
Oh,
or 3.
yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't Iron Man 2. That was Avengers.
Or was it Avengers?
Yeah, that's my favorite armor. Mark 7. The Mark 7 was like it came for him and then
Yeah, that armor is amazing. Like he could be
it
anywhere in the world, and the armor would just fly to him and carry. Like that's
no.
to the. So yeah, that's my favorite armor.
I just like that the Mark 7 armor was basically a war machine. It was designed for battle. I don't know what inspired him. It had multiple missiles. It had
Well, he was a warlord after all.
yeah, no, but it's still to this day my favorite armor. I know that many others. Oh, Iron Man with the nanotech. Oh, Iron Man with the electric, with the energy shields. Blah blah blah. Yeah, but still, that one, the Mark 7. From the moment it flew up and knocked Loki down to the moment it covered Tony Stark and he flew back up, I was in love. I was in love.
You can't hate that. No one really can hate that.
Anyway, let's go. Let's move on. I wanted to ask you about your clothing line. So you started this clothing line. Which year again?
Uh, well, the clothing line. Okay, so I started this in high school. This was like in 2014, maybe even 13.
Hmm.
That's the brand, but the clothing line and like pushing the brand really forward. That was 2017. I was in college at that time, and I was pushing the clothing brand like fully, and um, yeah, and the
Yeah.
clothing line.
This is the part I'm going to be putting little snippets of your Instagram page and the clothing that like little zooms out.
No, for sure, do that.
How I
Um,
don't know, but I'll figure it out I'll figure it out on post.
yeah, 2017, that's when I started pushing. In 2020, 2020, yeah, 2020, 2021 to 2, that's
Hmm.
when I've been like designing different stuff, like
Mm.
putting my markups out there without having the actual product, like tangible products. I was just like designing markups, Photoshop, posting, just to see reactions from people and
Mm.
see works and what doesn't work, so I
Mm.
can know what I'm building on. Um, yeah, so that's what really got me. So if you're gonna look at the new Monks Emperor, the new movement, look at the work from 2020 going upwards.
I think also um, we'll put up the links on the Instagrams, and that's the other question needed to ask us. Where can they contact you? Let's say if they want to buy some of your merchandise, where can they get a hold of you? Do you have like like an online store?
Yeah, for sure. So, oh, damn. The online store right now is it's down right now due because we actually sold out a lot of stuff. So, you can actually go
Yeah.
and look.
Yes, sold out is a good reason for you not to. It
But
shows what.
you can go on my socials, Ato the designer. On Instagram, Thato Lengosane, on Facebook, and on Twitter also T.Ato underscore the designer, or X, my new favorite app.
Not mine, for obvious reasons.
I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, but yeah, you can find me there and DM me. Don't be afraid. But on my bio, there is the website where you can actually look at the products and yeah, do the most.
I'll also put up the link to those websites as well because that's important for people to know where they can come and support. Because, like I said, we here the aim of this channel is to highlight all the geeks doing geek things in the geek world, in the real world rather, not the geek world. Because we are all over the place. We've got people, like I said, you're a designer. There are people in government. There are people in the medical field. There are people everywhere doing doing their best to express who they are, and it's time for us to come out into the light. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man. I think people, especially now, if you like create such platforms, I think people would
Mm.
appreciate they can actually share their ideas and can actually geek out. You
And I
know.
think, this is it's also the reason why I started this particular show is not to highlight the huge names, but to show that every little person has their own story. I mean, how many people would have figured out a young man of 20, what, 7, 8 years old?
I'm turning 27 soon. I'm 26 now, turning 27.
Or 26-year-old went so far as to create his own brands, worked with multiple different companies, is now having a clothing line that actually sold out.
Yeah.
That's a story that people think that the stories are only worth sharing once they've reached the Steve Jobs level. But the truth is that it's important for you to share your story now, even at this point in time, and not wait until you've crossed over the mountain and reached the peaks. The fact that right now you are most relatable to everyone else, and right now is the story your story can impact somebody's life much more meaningfully than you think, as opposed to, oh look, I've become president of Earth. The Those are the things that you should realize, that people need to learn that they're not alone right now, even at the beginning.
Yeah, true.
My moment of
Really.
wisdom. Anyway, I think let's ask the wait, which question am I on? No, this is when I'm having too much fun, I lose track of everything. So let me.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah, no. Yes, the question. Um, what message do you want to give to people who are meeting you? What message would you want to give them?
Uh, as cliche as it sounds, and I'm not trying to be cliche at all, but really just believe. Well, first of all, you have to believe in yourself, but also believe in the things that you do and trust the process. You know, and I feel like as long you're in the process of creating something, you're in the right road. I have the
Mm.
saying. I have the saying that we are created so we can be creators. You know,
Yeah,
God created us so we can be creators. There is
I,
no
I,
way, in all aspects, like if you look at from the family aspects, if you look at from the business aspects, if you look at from the social aspects, everything demands some sort of creation or some sort of
mm,
produce of thing, whether producing a relationship, whether you're creating jobs, whether you're creating something, you need to create um, due so you can due so people can evolve within society. Because if you don't create,
mm,
you become stagnant, and I feel like sometimes being stagnant is worse than actually destroying.
mm.
And, yeah.
Yeah,
So create.
and just start, whatever it is. Start now. Start bad. Start horribly. Start whatever. It doesn't matter. So long as you've started, it will get better as it's tumbling around. Yeah, don't wait until you've reached your final form to start.
Yeah,
Yeah,
create
be like Cell. Cell didn't wait until he could. We didn't wait until it was perfect to start absorbing the androids. He went to absorb the androids to get perfect. I just quoted a
as a
villain, but still.
You started as a cockroach.
You
Imagine.
started as a disgusting cockroach, but
You
and here
know?
we are
Yeah,
today doing this thing. Anyway,
true.
it has been such a pleasure talking to you for the first time.
For the first time. For
Yes.
the first time.
So thank you so much for your time, sir. I hope you guys, I hope you also find something inspirational from this talk, that you're motivated to push for your dreams, to just start, to enjoy the hills and the valleys of your pursuit. Trust the process, like this young man said. And if you like, comment, and subscribe, if you want to learn more, awesome stuff, or learning from all your brothers and sisters of the arts in this country, in this country, and also throughout all the other nitty gritties of this world. Well, can't just say this country. You could also say the rest of the world. The young people, all the young people who are watching, who are inspired from South Africa, the world. Anyway, this has been the Geek Spot. Peace out.